I'm Sally.Ackroyd and I'm working on the Skills for the Future project at Gressenhall Farm and Workhouse Museum in Norfolk. This film shows you some of the training in heritage skills that's currently underway here and also at our partner museum, the Museum of East Anglian Life in Suffolk. Both museums are employing several trainees over the next few years. The trainees will work at the museum sites and learn traditional skills from many local experts. Working on the farm with horses, learning how to make baskets and hedge laying are a few of the skills the trainees will learn.
I can feel the tension, I'm having to pull it, but that's good. You've got to thin it a lot more. Okay, you've got the ideal thickness. Now I'm changing the angle at which I'm putting the bill hook in. I don't want to cut here, I want to go down so I don't make it any thinner. And all I want you to do now is just gently tease.
Right.
Great. Look where you're going to place it. Great. And now Becky, you come over this side because there's going to be an awful lot of stuff underneath.
Can you tell us what you and all the other trainees here at Real have been doing for the past 3 months?
We've been learning a variety of different traditional skills, a taster in different things such as printing on an 1860s printing press, hurdle making, bodging, blacksmithing for 3 days, learning how to plough with a heavy horse was fantastic.
So what have you personally learned and what do you feel you've got out of this traineeship?
I've learned a lot more traditional skills which I'm very interested in anyway. It's kind of proven a bit more to me where I want to go. As I'm already a bodger, I'm in the process of putting that into a part-time business, but it emphasised to me that I still want to work in a museum, teaching people about history, whether it is through demonstrating or just generally teaching them the history of whatever the museum is about.
Hi, I'm Paul Palmer from the Museum of East Anglian Life. I'm the training officer and supervisor for Skills for the Future. At present at the museum we have 3-month internships and they're doing sort of looking at traditional skills. So what we've looked at present is looking at blacksmithing, we've done basket making, we've done hurdle making, we've had a nice workshop with the Suffolk punches. So we've looked at quite a few traditional skills within the 3 months that the internship's been with us.
We're on a 3-month taster course for meal and today we're doing a bit of bodging.
A bodger is someone who was traditionally male, but they did bodging or green with craft work. Traditionally, they would have been a farm labourer in the summer months, and in the winter months they worked the woods, felling trees and then making products out of the wood they felled for the local population. And they're called bodgers because they didn't have the 5 to 7 year apprenticeship you needed to become a recognised craftsman in medieval times. So, hence the saying to do a bodge job.
Hi, I'm John Lanagan. I'm the Learning and Enterprise Manager here at the Museum of East Anglian Life. And we are currently running a very interesting and exciting Skills for the Future programme. We've got a number of trainees and internships running at the moment and a lot more to come over the next 3 years or so. And I'll just tell you a little bit about that. We've currently got our 3-month taster course running and you'll see a number of our trainees on that taster course on this video. That kind of aimed at giving people a broad range and a real sample, if you like, of what it's like to work in a heritage environment and also to get a taster of a number of traditional skills and crafts. And I'm sure you'll find out that they've had an absolute ball of a time and learnt a lot as well, and hopefully they'll move on to doing other roles and taking up careers in the heritage sector.
Can you give me a broad outline of what you and the other trainees have been doing for the past 3 months here at Meal?
we've been in a position, a very fortunate position, we've been able to have dip our toes, if you like, in various aspects, various trades, various crafts. A lot of them considered a little bit redundant, I suppose, but we've been playing in smithy, been playing with horses, we've had some expert tuition in the horses, we've had hedge laying, we've done bodging, we have done hurdle making, and a general feel, not an in-depth sort of study of the subjects, but with a taster, exactly like it says on the packet really.
Were they all new things to you, or did you know anything before?
Yeah, but only in tripping over them, if you like, when I'm doing stuff, because I'm sort of a bit of an outdoorsy person, so I have had to do a bit of hedging, I've had to do a bit of smithy work, stuff like that, but only made my own mistakes, and just be pointed in the right direction and to be told, sometimes, actually, if you did it right, it's a big ego boost, so it's been really good.
And do you know, you're at the end of your 3-month traineeship now, do you know what you're going to go and do next?
In a way, it's sort of sport me for choice, because I've discovered through this that there is a whole industry, heritage industry out there, that I weren't really aware about. I wouldn't mind getting more into demonstrations if I had to do something for a living, but I think I need a little bit more skills and crafts behind me before I've done anything like that. As a direct result of this, there's certain things I've been asked to do for people I've been volunteering in the past, the hurdle making and the hedge laying. I've got to do some hedge laying for myself, so I can directly apply some of those skills. Next week when I walk out of here, I've got jobs to do. Whether there's money in it or not, I don't know. But certainly in a job interview or something like that, if I can turn around and say I've walked behind a team of horses and ploughed a furrow, I don't think there's going to be many other bods in that job interview who can say the same. So I think I've got a lot out of it. One of the reasons I got on a course is I wanted to get more in touch with my own past. And my past is, there was smithies, there was horse people in it, and wouldn't have had that opportunity anywhere else. And I did feel a little bit of pang of, being in touch. That's the sort of right phrase, but yeah, that's something I definitely got, and I don't think I'd have got that anywhere else.
We've also got 3 12-month apprenticeships or internships running at the moment. One is in visitor services. We've got a young lady from called Chloe on that internship. Chloe's background is she's a history graduate and wants to pursue a career in the heritage sector. And as I say, she's been working on visitor services, so she's done a whole range of customer service and a museum assistant role.
Chloe, tell us about what you're doing here at Museums of Anglian Life.
Okay, so I'm sort of a museum assistant for some of the week, so that's just assisting with the museum and getting some real sort of face-to-face with customer experience and just the general running of the museum day to day. Museum assistants sort of help with everything, showing visitors around.
And is it what you thought it was going to be?
I think it's a lot more than I expected it to be. There's a lot more responsibility involved than what I thought there would ever be. I'm trusted doing lots and getting a lot of experience.
Great. And what's perhaps the bit you enjoy most about it?
I really like everything that, I do work in the office, and I do a lot to do like the website and sort of social media aspects, and I really enjoy doing that.
And what made you apply for the traineeship in the first place?
I came to the point where I sort of was thinking what I wanted to do with my degree, and I wanted to sort of get into museums, and I was trying to find a way into museums, and I just sort of was looking around and I saw this and I thought it looked really interesting. It looked like I'd get some really good experience. I do a few days as a museum assistant, days in the office, and then also I work in TIC as well, so I get the visitor experience, I think, from when they first come in to the responses they leave when they leave, by visit forms and things like that. So yeah, the full visitor experience.
We also have 2 internships involved in estate management, and they're quite elusive, those 2 guys, Max and Sean. Because they're out on the estate most of the time, quite hard to track down, but doing some great work and picking up some great experience and learning in the areas of environmental conservation and estate management. So they're looking to pursue a career along those lines going forward. And though we've got more of those estate management internships starting next April, and also another internship looking at the collection, working in the museum collection area. So all good stuff, and a great programme. I think the other thing that I would say is there's a lot of team building and teamwork and general life skills being picked up along the way. So that's all useful stuff. That's about all I've got to say, really.